What's up everybody, and welcome back and welcome to the first video on this channel. And today I'm going to talk about and discuss fear, because with fear when it comes to that, people often think of heights, lions, tigers. Well, back in the day they did. Fear back in the day, especially in our ancient times, was known as heights, people, lions, snakes, and etc. But nowadays, fear is now bills, girlfriends, responsibility, and etc. etc. A question people should start asking themselves when it comes to fears is it instinctive fear or fear of growth? Because there's two different kinds. And like I said before just now, from snakes, spiders, and all of those critters, like, those might be instinct fears or just fear of the unknown and not knowing whether a spider is poisonous or whether a snake is poisonous or not. For some reason, and I'm not trying to phrase fear as being a bad thing. Fear is a very natural thing. It's how we survived for this long. If we didn't have fear, we would be extinct already, pretty much. So, fear of spirits is not a stupid fear to have, but if you're gonna say you fear spirits or you're afraid to connect with your angels or the higher realms, you might as well say that you're afraid to talk to people or get out there, because that's basically what it is when it comes to spirits. I remember about, I would say 2 or 3 years ago, I had a lucid dream experience, and I guess you could say it was a sleep paralysis, because when I stood up out of my bed and there was this magic doll-like being just walking across my room into the wall. And so I get up, and by the time I get up, I didn't notice at first, but I was out of my body at that time. And so I go over to where this miniature being disappeared, and suddenly it stands in front of me, and it grows bigger and bigger, kind of like the Men in Black with the typical hat and stuff. And so it grabs me by the neck, and as it's getting taller with its hands on my neck, the ceiling gets taller too. And as I look at it, I remember the eyes were red, and at that time I understood that as long as I give them what they want, they could possibly do more or even worse to me. So what I did was I calmed myself down, then I looked it straight in the eye, and I said in my mind, I do not fear you. I do not fear you. And so the being put me down and ran out of, well, that's, by that time I saw my body because it was standing right next to my body. Then it went through the wall, and that's when I woke up. I think at that point in time there was a bit of anger because I knew that I could have, if I realized that I was out of my body, I could have, I don't know, like flown or something, or go to the store and see see whatever I saw. But that being gave me, it kind of ruined my experience, but at the same time I felt like I learned a lesson from that experience. I felt like it, this, I wouldn't call it a demon because deep down what I really believe, what I really feel like is that demon or that shadow being was actually an angel in disguise, which I'll talk about later. Yeah, that's another topic, but kind of like an angel cloaking itself as a demon, and like kind of seeing how I'll react and see what my reaction is. And back then I saw spirits, I could feel them, I could literally see them, and I just never talked about it with my parents. And I've astral projected a lot as a kid, and so there is not a lot of memories of that, but as I continue my meditation journey, hope maybe later on I will unlock or rediscover memories of my lucid dreams as a kid, and I'll continue telling you about that if you're interested. Portrayed in movies and just basically movies and shows about how scary they are, and they're attacking you and making you scared and like trying to take possession of your body and stuff. But people have to realize that that is just a projection of what people want you to believe about spirits, when in actuality, a part of that may be true in some movies. Trust me, in most movies it's not true. It's just people making stuff up, but in some movies they do have a point. Like Insidious. I feel like Insidious is a good example, because what that talks about is not... Okay, I'm gonna spoil it a little bit. It's about this boy who traveled in the astral realm, and like these spirits, these negative entities, they kind of distracted him from his body. They got him to like get lost in the astral realm and stray too far, to a point where that another person has to come and astral project and find the boy and guide him back to his body. And that's true in some cases, but that wasn't a true story though. So it's not bad to go up and talk to a spirit. I'm just saying, be wary and like just take whatever they're saying with a grain of salt until you know you're sure, like you're sure that what they're really saying is true. And this is part of the reason why I don't really watch a lot of channeling channels because I don't know. There's a lot of different stories about out there. There's a lot of stories out there about who people channel into, like the Arcturians, the Galactic Federation of Light, and there's just a lot of different stories, and you don't really know who to believe, and that's what you have to watch out for, basically. But the point I'm trying to really make is there's other aspects to spirit, like guardian angels, spirit guides, animal spirits, and insects, like all kinds of spirits, basically. And trust me, most of it is good. It's just you have to be aware of who you're talking to, pretty much like in the 3D reality. You just go around, you observe people, you don't interact with everyone, you just look at them for who they are. Understand the difference between instinct fear, like if you're falling or you feel something's in your presence that's about to pounce on you or something, like a snake or a spider or just anything. And the other kind of fear, which allows you to navigate your life and to grow and expand more. And so, yeah. I hope you like this video. Leave a like and comment and tell me what you think, and tell me what's your opinion on, like, tell me your stories about fear, because I'm curious, and let me know your stories with spirit and what kind of dreams and messages that they send you and stuff. So let me know down in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and see you in the next video.